Discover how you can join the faculty of an emerging online environment and teach anything you ever wished. You get paid to teach from the comfort of your own home. Let me show you how. When you become a faculty member of InfinityU.org, these are some of the features that you're going to find. You have scheduled classes if you wish, so that let's say Tuesday at 7 p.m. your students log into your classroom and your presentation is there. They are in the chat room and you log into the chat room, and this way you can mentor and answer questions as the presentation goes. Or if you prefer, it can be a private class set up. It's on your classroom. They log in when it's convenient for them. They take your class. At the end of the class is a quiz or maybe a test. They take that test, they hit send, and that test is emailed to your email address, where you then get to monitor and score their study habits. You also have an online office with a chat room, so you can log in with students and they can sit there and you can mentor them, you can answer questions, and provide the online office hours just like any other faculty member. And you can also, with each assignment, with each class for that day, aside from the presentation, aside from the chat room, at the bottom of the page, we can set up any of your homework assignments or study guides that they can then download and prepare for the next lesson. You can write your own textbooks. If you already have one, you're good to go. Or we can sit there, I will work with you. One of our courses is going to be how to write and self-publish your own book. And when we help you write your own textbook, you then get to sell that textbook as a side project, either to the public on Amazon.com or to your students, so that when they buy your textbook, that's added an extra income for you. At InfinityU, we're on a quarterly year. So 4 times a year your class can run, and this way you get income from that class 4 times a year. It isn't a one-shot deal. You'll be added to the InfinityU toll-free number, and the ACD there will answer InfinityU. For Dr. Chuck, press 1. For Bishop Christina, push 2. For your name, dial 3. And then when they dial that number, when they hit 3, that automatically goes to your phone, your home phone, or your cell phone. And when you see this call come in, you have 2 choices. We can set it up so that you get the caller ID number of the person calling you, but if it's a student, you may not recognize that number. Or it can be set up so that you see the 800 number from InfinityU, and then this way you know it's a student calling in. I can also set it up so that calls only come to you when you want them to, say 7 to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. The rest of the time, that incoming call is routed to a voicemail box. And when it goes into the voicemail box, then that voicemail is emailed to your email account of your choice. So when you get an email and it shows that you've got a voicemail, you just click on that voicemail in your email account and you get to hear your voicemail. You also get to host private webinars or seminars, and you can host them as often as you want. So financially, how does this really work? Well, you set the price for your course or your seminar, and then you collect directly from your students, so you don't have to wait to be paid from us. Many online schools, they collect the money, they take out a fee, and then once a month or once a quarter, they send you the money. This way, when students sign up for your class, they pay you directly, so you get the money. You are in control of your finances. We don't want to be your banker. And you're not restricted to local students. we're global. You can get students anywhere, the UK, Australia. It doesn't matter. Your topics are going to be of interest to people all around the globe. And as I said, you can sell your own books as textbooks or as workbooks. The beauty of a workbook is when it's set up as a workbook, they have to take the course to make the workbook work. So this way they buy the book, plus they buy the course, and it's a double win for you. Whereas a textbook, they may just buy the textbook and think, well, I'll get what I can out of the book and skip the course. So what are your costs? What does this cost you to set this up? Well, you can rent your classroom for the low monthly rate of $25 per month. And each course that you set up, and a course can be, as I said, the quarters are 4 times a year. So those are 12 weeks. We keep the beginning and the end of the quarter to be able to do planning. So that allows 10 weeks that you can run a course. And your course can be, some courses may only be 4 weeks long, 4 hours long, whatever. We'll break it up so that it's a weekly class, an hour long, or possibly 2 hours, whichever you prefer. We don't want to overwhelm our students. Or you can do a one-day, 8-hour seminar. We can do it how you want. But each course has its own private classroom, and that classroom is rented out at $25 per month. But you can charge whatever you want per student. You can take in, if it's a lengthy course, you can charge $100 per student. And for a more moderate course, you may charge $50 per student. And then there's the fees that you charge your students for textbooks or materials. Maybe there's equipment that you custom designed that you want to sell. You buy on Amazon cheap and sell to your students for a profit. This is entirely up to you. So you can easily make $2,000 or more per course per quarter just for renting a classroom from InfinityU.org. Not to mention the recognition of being an educator in an online school. The esteem you'll get for that, just think how that will add to your resume. You will be able to sit there and introduce yourself as author, educator. So what do you get when you become faculty at InfinityU? You're listed in the faculty directory with a link to your own bio page. For each course that you choose to teach, you get a dedicated classroom. So if you want to use that classroom, you don't have to worry about, oh, Val from sports is teaching a tennis course at that time slot. Your classroom is yours to use, and you can use it as much as you want. You could teach the same course in the morning, in the afternoon, and then the evening. That's up to you. It's your classroom for the entire quarter for $25 a month. And it will host your classes as well as contain the chat room so that you can interact with your students. As I said, you get an online office, so you have your own chat room to coach, mentor, or meet with a student one-on-one or as a group for a group study project. But that's your classroom. You have it all the time, 24/7, to use as you see fit. We just require that for each course, you rent a new classroom. Not class. If you have a 10-week class, one classroom will hold for the whole 10 weeks. But if you teach a course in basket weaving, you need a classroom. If you teach a course in French pastries, you need a separate classroom. This is a typical classroom. It has the class presentation at the top, the chat room in the middle, and then at the bottom any study materials, any homework assignments, or links to a test page or quiz page. You also have an infinityu.org email address so you can correspond with your students so they don't interact with your personal life. The school ACD will list your name and extension so incoming callers don't have your private number. They will only get your private number if you call them back. But you can sit there and if somebody leaves you a voicemail, send them an email and then tell them to call you back at a specific time and you will know who's coming in. But you don't have to sit there and give out your personal information, your personal email address, your personal phone number. There's no charge to set up classes. I will work with you to set up your classroom. We'll take your material, we'll put it into a slideshow presentation, convert that to video, and for each class of your course, you'll have your own video that will then sit there and present your material. If you don't know how to do this, don't worry. I'll walk you through it. I'll take care of everything for you and guide you through the entire process. At the end of the class, once the class is set up as a video, the video will be on InfinityU, but when you cancel your subscription with InfinityU, that video belongs to you, and I can't show it anymore. So what kind of class can you teach? That's up to you. What do you want to teach? What is your passion? Do you like history? Do you like paranormal? Do you like basket weaving? Or are you into quantum physics? Whatever you want, anything in between. You decide what you want to teach, and we will promote it. Now, promoting a class, promoting the school, I will be promoting the school worldwide. When students to see InfinityU, they'll sign up for classes by contacting the instructor. But you can also promote it any way you choose to promote for your particular class. And that will bring them into InfinityU to take the class. You collect the money, and life is good for everyone. Here are some categories that we already have. We have computer skills, where we'll be teaching basic computer skills for a beginner, and a whole class on using Microsoft Office so that you can do Word, you can do Excel spreadsheets, or do PowerPoint. We'll also have courses in behavior science, and behavioral science is pretty extensive. We have a class set up for remote viewing. Classes for Memory Palace, so you'll never forget anything again. Classes on deception detection, so that you can spot a liar just by looking at them. And classes in how to be a hypnotist. You can hypnotize somebody for paranormal uses, for spirit attachment therapy, and for past life regression. Or you can just hypnotize somebody so that they can sit there and get rid of their phobia, get rid of their anxiety, quit smoking, learn to lose weight. So these are different behavior science classes we already have set up. We have senior safety classes to how to care for your senior loved one, whether they have a physical disability or whether they have dementia. We have classes set up for that. We also have classes on spirituality. Reverend Mother Christina will be teaching God and the paranormal. We've got a class on how to fight demons and not lose your soul. And then there's a spiritual class on death and dying, dealing with people who are dying, dealing with families who are grieving. And then there's the paranormal classes. Alexander Felix will be teaching a class on Casper, the basics of ghost hunting. And then we've got the esteemed Darcy McGrath teaching parapsychology on all the different aspects of parapsychology. She'll have 6 different courses running under parapsychology. We also have sports. Professional tennis player Val Wilder will be teaching classes on and drills on tennis. And we have some classes lined up for cooking, French pastries, things along that line. And these are just the basics that we have so far. And it's only September 1st. We're not even at the January 1st grand opening. So we have room for a lot of classes yet. Everybody has a different perspective. If you want to teach a class that you already see there, well, that's fine. Put your spin on it. Put your panache. Teach it the way you want to teach it, because we've got room for a lot of classes. And you may be teaching a 10-week course on whatever your passion is, but you want to do special presentations, special seminars. You get to rent the auditorium, which is an online auditorium, for $15 per event. And then you get to charge your fee so that your attendees pay you what you want. One seminar in our auditorium holds 50 attendees. You rent the auditorium for $15 and you can charge what you want for up to 50 attendees. The auditorium also supports 2 instructors, so maybe you and your co-host, who's halfway across the country, can both log in and co-teach a seminar. Dr. Chuck Kennedy, founder of Infinity U. And I'm here to tell you this is a great opportunity for you to take what you've always been passionate about and help mentor others, teach others, and make money in the process. It's a win-win situation. And this is your opportunity. Classes don't start till January of 2018. So give me a call, and you don't need any experience. I will mentor you through the entire process, and you'll be able to be faculty at Infinity U. Thanks for watching. So now all of this triggered questions. You want to learn more. You want to know how you can sign up. Just call infinityu.org at 800-669-8107 and ask for Dr. Chuck. And we'll guide you through the whole process. And in no time, you'll be faculty member of infinityu.org.